What do I want to talk about? Let me just think about that question for a minute. What do you want to talk about? Because it's going to be a conversation.
Yeah. For you, what's the most pertinent thing in your life right now?
Well, I think on a personal level, really finding this flow and just cultivating my intuition with like regards to what the flow, listening to what that flow is. You know, that feels really alive for me. And just navigating that in a new way without all of the voices in my head of like, well, this is how it traditionally should look. This is what you should be doing. Here's the protocol for, you know, a successful life. Letting those just dissolve a little bit, and like letting that, okay, well, what feels right to me, and just finding that flow. And so I've been making a lot of choices and a lot of decisions from that place of like, what feels right? What do I feel inspired to do? How do I feel inspired to act? Rather than like, what is this supposed to look like? What are other people doing?
Yeah.
And then also connecting with other people and seeing what they're doing, and then the ones who are, when I talk to them, I'm like, oh, that sounds really resonant for me. Maybe I could do that. So we'll just go for a quick walk to get back in the next 10 minutes. Sorry, Naya, you're kind of shortchanged on the walks today. But I took her all over with me yesterday. So I was like, maybe this will change your mood, which will be less needy. But it's like, the other day I took her on like a long ass hike. We were out hiking for like at least 4 hours or more, and you know, like, it doesn't seem like walking her more mellows out her need for attention the way I was hoping it would. And then later I took her on like a long walk, and we walked over to Laurelhurst, and she played with the other dog, and like, we were just out in the world, and she was getting a lot of love. And then last night she was still being super needy.
Really?
Like she would just
like it almost
follows
makes it
me
worse.
around and like just like staring at me like she's so sad and deprived. I'm like, you've been getting attention. We've been together all day long. I just feel bad because I'm like, I just can't seem to meet her needs. Whatever I give her, she just wants more love.
Interesting.
She just looks at me with these sad brown eyes. And like when I got up this morning, she was sitting in front of the door, just like looking at the closed door, waiting for me to come out of my room. And I feel like the same way, like when I feed her too, I like give her food and she just like scarfs it up and then is like looking at me for more. And I'm like, this is all you're supposed to have. Like, this is like the recommended amount that you should be eating. I don't know. I just feel like, I guess something about her makes me feel inadequate.
What do you think she's reflecting for you?
Oh, yeah. Like, I just wish I, like, as a caretaker, could, like, be like, okay, I've done all the things, and now you can be your own person. That's what I've been telling her lately. I've been like, Naya, go be your own person. Like, I wish that I could, like, as her caregiver, could meet her needs.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like I wish I had like a more interesting, relevant topic. Now I'm like, oh gosh, I don't feel like I delivered.
I wouldn't say that, definitely. I feel burnt out on like melodrama and story, and or even just that there's this whole subset of life that we all think is irrelevant. Which I think is just, there's something wrong about that. Brandy's been exploring radical honesty. Have you heard of radical honesty?
Where you just say
Right. It's just the idea of
whatever.
you say it like it, yeah.
Well, sometimes that doesn't work. Like, you can't tell your patients that you think they're hot.
Well,
But in radical honesty, you would.
Yeah, in radical honesty, you would. If you were being radically honest, you would just call it out.
Maybe you would set some containers around, like, I'm going to be radically honest in my personal life, but not at work.
Because it might be a little dangerous at work.
Yeah, because you could get fired and lose your livelihood.
It's one thing if you're an artist.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I love about being an artist is it's like you just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that recently. Because, like, I
Not that it's necessarily going to work.
Not that you're going to make money at it. Not that it's like a way to make a living.
But you feel free while you're on your downward spiral.
Yeah, no strings holding you up. No strings keeping you from plummeting. But I was thinking about that. I was like, I have really interesting relationships with my patients. And, like, some of them I just really love and enjoy their time and spending time with them.
Yeah.
But it's always in the context of this, like, therapeutic relationship.
Right.
Which means that I'm not showing up fully as all of myself. I'm showing up as, like, Caitlin the professional. You know, and some people I get more real with than others. You know, you can sense that. But then it's like, it's kind of tricky because sometimes I'm like, oh, you would just be like a fun person to hang out with. But there is something about having success with clients where you're like, oh, I really helped you.
Yeah.
And connecting and learning from other people who are really good at what they do. That helps you feel a sense of, like, development and growth that's
Right.
inspiring and engaging. And then also making money at it. Big part. And I think it gets back to this concept. I think I mentioned it to you, this concept in Japanese that they call, and I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like Ikigai.
Yeah.
Of, like, there are 4 things that you need to, like, have in order to feel fulfilled in your life and find your, like, true life purpose and path. And the 4 things are, what am I good at? What do I enjoy? What does the world need? And what can I make money at? And when you find the thing, you know, if you made it like a Venn diagram, when you find the thing that's in the center where all those overlap, that is, like, your life's work and your life's purpose.
Yeah.
But, like, if you don't have all of those things, you're going to feel, like, a little dissatisfied with it, or...
Yeah, you like
Or it
really
doesn't
need to
work.
keep searching.
Yeah. And then once you find your purpose, then, you know, your work has meaning and it nourishes you and it also pays the bills and makes a difference in the world.
So would you say that you are close to your Ikigai now?
I don't know. Yeah.
What do you think the world needs?
I think some of the work that I'm doing is really helpful. Certainly helping people feel better in their bodies. Helping people find more ease so that they can live their lives more fully,
Mm-hmm.
I think is really valuable. Because if I keep somebody healthy or help them on their path of growth, then they can go out in the world and offer themselves in service in whatever way they do that, you know?
Right. I feel like real health is more than just getting you back to the baseline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's more than just keeping you not diseased.
And
it's
true health, it unlocks, like, when you have true health, not just an absence of disease,
Yeah.
but you're more creative. Health is generative. And if you're healthy, you're vibrant and you're creating.